Hi, welcome back to another Rise video, and we're going to finish off our series today on what a new player would need to know before they begin their adventure in Elara and the city of Prodence. This here is a map of Prodence, and there are 8 main districts to Prodence. That is 1, the Old Town, 2, the Docks, 3, the Guild District down here, 4, we've got Midtown, 5, the South District, 6, the Industrial District, 7, Bayview, and 8, Steelcrest. There are also a number of key important locations, such as the Chroma HQ, the Guild Arena, and even an orphanage in which most new players will start their journey. And as you can see on the left side, there are a number of other locations and shops that are also located in the city of Prodence. We're going to go through, show off some of these shops, and then finish this video today by taking a look at, if you watched our last video, the 7 major guilds of the Guild Alliance, and the guild leader for each of them. So we're going to start with Prodence Metalworks. Prodence Metalworks is able to provide cheap weapons for most members of guilds due to, first off, the Guild Alliance and Chroma Industries providing the metalworks with subsidies for allowing cheap weapons to be made. Prodence Metalworks is run by Lucky Rick, the blacksmith of Prodence Metalworks. You definitely want to make sure you get on his good side, because if you get on his bad side, he might just sell you some crap weapons. However, he reserves his best stuff for those he trusts the most. Next, we have the restaurant Whammy, the place where you gotta make sure any self-respecting guild member is always going to make sure they're eating at Whammy. The food is delicious, it's nutritious, and it's a great place to meet people and even perhaps pick up contacts for future jobs. Next is the street market Shambles. Essentially anything can be found here. Everything from black market goods, fireworks, explosives, to clothing, groceries. Literally anything that could exist, you name it, Shambles probably has it. Whether it's legally purchased, that's another question. Eleatronics is our next location on our stop through the different shops of Prodence. Eleatronics is the key stop that you must look at if you want to buy anything technology related, anything from parts for mechs to auto lock picks to anything else that you might need for building a drone or anything like that. Computers, you name it, Eleatronics has it. If Eleatronics was to stop for any tech, Arcane Minded is what you need if you're trying to buy anything for a mage or magic user, anything along the arcane. Arcane Minded has all sorts of strange and mysterious objects for sale, some of them potentially dangerous. So in order to purchase these, you definitely need to be a guild member of a high status, or some items might not be able to be sold to you. Our next location we're going to look at is Potions and Pancakes. This is essentially a cafe where you can get things to drink, hang out in the morning, get a bite to eat. However, as mentioned, there are potions here. If you need healing potions, you got to come here. If you need anything, support potions, even potentially some poisons can be bought here. It's an excellent place to hang out and heal up a little bit on the side. If you ask any guild member where they should go at night to get something to drink, they'll mostly tell you the Drunken Anchor is the place to be. It might look dingy, it might look dirty, it might look just outright kind of nasty, but they've got the best drinks in town, the best people, and it's really honestly an awesome place. Super fun, especially on a weekend. Just watch what you have to say to the locals. Don't want to get in a bar fight. Unless you do. Our next stop is at Lucci Sweets, and if you watched our last video, you know that the Baron, Giancarlo Lucci, is the leader of all organized crime in the city of Prodence. And Lucci Sweets is his prime hotel built in an excellent part of the city. Lucci Sweets is the #1 place to stay for any dignitaries, travelers, or anyone else who wants to visit the city of Prodence. However, rumor has it, many shady deals also go down within the rooms of the Lucci Suites. If you're in need of clothes, if you're in need of shoes, boots, gloves, jackets, whatever you need, McClear's is the place that you have to go. Look, it might look like a lot of these clothes are yellow, but they have clothes of every color. Trust me, if you want to look fine, you want to look stylish, you want to look extra nice, you gotta make sure you're stopping at McClear's. Obviously, a new character already starts with the clothes on their back, but if you want to change of clothes, make sure you pick them up at McClear's. Probably not for a new character, but if you've got the money and you need a ride, Wheels and Deals is the place to go. Not only can you buy new vehicles here, anything from traditional cars that run off of wheels, but also flying cars, seafaring vessels, anything you name it, they've got it for purchase. They also do repairs, which is why many guilds go to Wheels and Deals as the primary spot where they need repairs for their vehicles. Our last stop through the shops of Prodence is Nestco. Not everyone needs them, but when you've got one, it's so hard not to bring them with you. It's a pet. Maybe you want a mount to ride on. Maybe you just want a cute little fluffy little thing to cuddle with before you go to bed at night. But anything from purchasing of pets to taming of pets to buying pet feed, saddles and leashes, everything you might need is found at Nestco. The first of the 7 guilds that make up the Guild Alliance is the Crimson Dragons, and they are run by their leader, Jin Slater, right here. Jin Slater is an ambitious man. He runs his guild kind of like the Yakuza in Japan. He is very ruthless, very strong, and these Crimson Dragons mostly take on security jobs, and the majority of their members are martial-focused and melee fighters, as well as some ranged sharpshooters. Our next guild is Treasure Chest, and it is run by Xavier Beast, which he usually goes by just the name X. He's on the right here. Xavier has run his guild as primarily an exploration-focused guild. They're constantly going through the Exomoon of Elara, looking for new locations, new places, new resources, always constantly looking for treasure. The most common job that Treasure Chest takes on is material collection jobs, anything from gold to things that you might find deep within a mysterious cave, anything like that. Treasure Chest, they're your people. Humble Cycle is next, run by their glorious leader, Brett Cycle, on the right here. Brett Cycle is so humble that he named his guild Humble Cycle after himself. Humble Cycle is primarily a guild consisting of monster tamers, monster riders, anybody that has to do with monsters. And many of the members are also feral folk, just like Brett Cycle is. Humble Cycle mostly takes on monster subjugation jobs, many of which they attempt to tame for themselves to use for future projects and increase their own strength. Our next guild is Demon Dance, led by the mysterious and dangerous Lucas Black. The majority of members of Demon Dance are Infernals, and they don't allow many of the other races in unless they've earned their trust. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that the Infernals are the most commonly prejudiced race against, and many of them suffer as a result of how they were born. Though it's illegal to discriminate against an Infernal, it unfortunately still happens in some places in Elara. As a result of this, there's a lot of pent-up rage amongst the Infernals, and some of them deal with that by joining the guild Demon Dance. And the primary types of jobs they take on are bounty hunting or assassination jobs. The next guild in the Guild Alliance is Medibloom, run by the beautiful Sarah Tree. She's a half-elf, half-human, and her primary specialty is in potion making and healing arcana. However, don't expect them to be pushovers because many of their members are incredibly strong, very bulky, and they are definitely there to protect their beautiful leader, Sarah Tree. Don't get in between them. However, if you need to put in a request for a specific potion to be made and you can't find it at a local shop, Medibloom is your place to get the ingredients and brew that potion. Next is the Quantum Lights, run by Lucille Franco. Lucille has augmented her body with many cybernetics that most people would never dream of being able to achieve. She often blurs the line between science and magic. The Quantum Lights are a very tech-savvy group that often uses mechs and drones and guns. Lots and lots of guns. and they most commonly take on information and scouting jobs as well as espionage. The final guild as a member of the Guild Alliance is the Guild Avalon, run by the man who calls himself Merlin. The members of Avalon are mostly mages, especially those of the elemental types, elementalists, and they are very dangerous, very powerful indeed. They mostly take on arcane consulting jobs and anything having to do with the mystic arts. So that's it for our tour of the city of Prodence. This is again the ending of our 3-part series of what I think a first level player beginning their adventure in the city of Prodence on the moon of Elara would need to know. If you like this video, please click the like button. Consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. We're going to have more information on the world of Elara and my new campaign Moonrise, as well as information on how to build characters and unique things about the game system itself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Otherwise, bye-bye.